Did you know that high-heel shoes were first made for men, not women? Yes, long ago, strong soldiers and powerful kings wore high heels. But why did men start wearing high-heel shoes in the first place? Welcome to Story of Simple Things TV, where we explore the stories behind everyday things. Today, we are talking about high-heel shoes. Almost everyone has seen them. High heels are shoes where the back part under the heel is raised higher than the front. They make a person look taller. They also change the way a person walks. Today, many people think of high heels as women's fashion. We see them at weddings, parties, offices, and fashion shows. But their story began in a very surprising way. The story of high-heel shoes started many hundreds of years ago. Around the 10th century, horse riders in Persia, which is now called Iran, began using shoes with small heels. These riders were soldiers. They rode fast horses and fought battles. Riding a horse at high speed was not easy. Soldiers needed strong balance and control. Flat shoes were a problem for these riders. When a soldier stood up on the horse to shoot arrows, his feet could slip out of the stirrups. This was dangerous. A fall from a fast horse could lead to serious injury. To solve this problem, shoemakers added a small heel to the back of the shoe. This heel helped hold the foot firmly inside the stirrup. It gave better grip and balance. In this way, high heels were first made as a tool for safety, not for beauty. Over time, Persian soldiers became famous for their horse riding skills. In the late 1500s, Persian leaders sent riders to Europe. They wanted to build friendly relations with European kings and rulers. These Persian horsemen wore their special heeled shoes. European people noticed these shoes right away. They looked strong and different from normal shoes. European kings and rich men liked this new style. They believed the heels made them look powerful and brave, just like soldiers. Soon, rich men across Europe began wearing heeled shoes. At first, only wealthy men could afford them. This made high heels a sign of wealth and status. During the 1600s, high heels became more than just useful shoes. They became part of royal fashion. One famous king who loved high heels was King Louis XIV of France. He was known for his love of fashion and luxury. He was not very tall, so he wore tall heels to look taller and more powerful. King Louis XIV made special red heels popular. He even created rules about who could wear them. Only people close to the king were allowed to wear red heels. This made the shoes a strong sign of royal power. Men wore shoes with bright colors, shiny decorations, and fancy designs. The higher the heel, the more important the person looked. Soon, women also became interested in wearing high heels. They liked how the shoes made them look taller and elegant. By the late 1600s, both men and women were wearing heels. Fashion became more creative and colorful. People wore heels to show beauty, style, and social rank. By the early 1700s, high heels reached their peak popularity in Europe. Rich men wore them to royal courts, parties, and special events. Some heels became very tall and difficult to walk in. But comfort was not the most important thing at that time. Looking powerful and stylish mattered more. However, fashion always changes. During the 1700s, new ideas began to spread across Europe. People started to value simple clothing and practical living. Men began to wear simple suits with fewer decorations. Bright colors and fancy shoes slowly became less popular. Men wanted to look serious and professional. They stopped wearing tall heels. Instead, they chose flat shoes that were easier to walk in. Slowly, men's high heels became smaller and then disappeared from men's fashion. Women's fashion moved in a different direction. Women continued to wear high heels. Designers began to create new shapes and styles just for women. Heels became thinner and more elegant. They were made to look beautiful and stylish. Over time, high heels became strongly linked with women's fashion. By the 1800s, most men had stopped wearing high heels completely. The shoes were now seen mostly as women's fashion. This was a big change from the past, when heels were first made for soldiers and kings. In the 1900s, high heels became even more popular among women. New machines made it easier to produce shoes quickly. Designers created famous styles like tall and thin heels, often called stilettos. High heels became symbols of beauty, fashion, and confidence. Movies, fashion shows, and magazines helped spread the popularity of high heels around the world. Women wore them at work, parties, and special events. Different types of heels were created, from short low heels to very tall ones. Some were made for daily wear, while others were made for special occasions. But high heels were not always comfortable. Many people found them difficult to walk in. Doctors sometimes warned that wearing very high heels for long hours could hurt the feet or back. Because of this, some people began choosing lower heels or flat shoes for daily use. Today, high heels are still widely used. They remain an important part of fashion in many countries. Many women wear them for style, confidence, or special events. Some men also wear heeled boots in modern fashion, music performances, or cultural events. This shows that fashion can change again over time. High heels today come in many shapes, colors, and sizes. Some are simple and comfortable, while others are tall and dramatic. People choose heels based on their needs and style. Some wear them daily, while others save them for weddings, parties, or formal events. The story of high heel shoes shows how a simple object can change its meaning over time. What started as a tool for soldiers became a fashion item for kings. Later, it became a popular style for women around the world. This journey from battlefield to fashion show is truly surprising. Next time you see a pair of high heel shoes, remember their long and unusual history. They were once worn by horse riders fighting battles, not just by people attending parties or celebrations. This simple object carries a story of power, fashion, and change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Story of Simple Things TV for more simple stories.